Hello, I'm Richard Zuber and this is Sat TV Week. Now I'm here at IBC where I'm pleased to be joined by Guillaume of ND Satcom. Guillaume, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Richard. Very nice to see you again.
Good. Slightly different today. We're going to talk about monitoring and control of Earth stations.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about why that is so important.
Usually our customer have a huge mix of old legacy equipment, the newest things in IP, etc. And you need to somehow keep an overview of all this. Is everything working fine? Is everything according to the expectations? Is there something to check? And that's where systems like that come in value, in terms of, let's say, purchasing value. It's not the biggest part of a Satcom system, but in terms of, let's say, practical value added to the operator, it's quite important.
Now, you mentioned that there's a lot of legacy in there because there are quite a few old Earth stations around. How difficult is it to transform that from the old legacy to, say, a system that you do?
Yeah, it's very much a mix of old and new world, especially in terms of interfaces. We often have to cater with serial bus interfaces, connectors, etc., and of course the newest IP as well. And then you have the IT people who want you to get the latest Windows so that you have all the security batches, etc. And we can do this. Basically, we're used to the old interfaces, but we can fit in a new IT environment, even in your existing PC. So it's a kind of, let's say, very flexible solution, but we can customize accordingly.
Now, has the monitoring and control aspect become more problematic as the satellite industry evolves?
Just this, the time span is getting bigger, and like I said, different worlds. Obviously, nowadays, most of the new evolution is on IP level, so we're not there anymore in terms of deeper in the equipment, but we can have basic drivers for these equipments as well, for the baseband, and also still the transport part, the RF part, the switches, where it's still very much voltage control, and where we can still do that.
So talking a little bit more about the product you offer, what does it deliver to the customer? Why is it better?
It's better first in the sense that you can still use, for example, you don't want to replace an HPA that's still working. This is a very costly equipment and you want to keep it if you can keep it. But maybe the controller of this HPA is not working anymore. We can come in and replace that, at least functionally. It's also a very customized solution with many available drivers. So most of the time we just adapt, and then the training to the operator is very limited. Within 1 or 2 hours it's done. It's a graphical user interface, which is very simple to use. And also for internal training, the local expert, let's say, can train somebody else. It's a very ease of use, let's say, advantage.
So talking a little bit more about monitoring and control, your system, how do you future-proof it as the industry moves on?
Whenever something new comes, usually we have a new driver for it. I mean, we will face it in one project or the other, develop it for this one as a first off, and then it's available for the rest. We don't have licenses or anything like that, whether it's one-off or recurring. And so we just adapt to every new bit coming. And so far it's been working well, and even very old systems are still running and still evolve with the new evolutions.
Sounds very interesting. Guillaume, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Richard. Always nice to see you.